One of the great things about Game of Thrones is that there are so many different characters that approach life in such different ways, hold themselves to different principles and different moral codes. The constant intertwining of these different viewpoints and personalities makes interactions between these characters engaging and interesting. Today we're going to be looking at two such characters in a brilliant scene between Ned Stark and Varys down in the dungeons of King's Landing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. It really means a lot, and if you drop a comment down below, it goes a long way to help the video do well. Alright, let's dive in. We join Ned Stark down in the dungeons of King's Landing. He's being held here after the palaver in the throne room, where he saw the words of Robert Baratheon that proclaimed him as protector of the realm ripped up and disregarded in front of him. He saw his men die, his trust betrayed, the people he deemed his allies having plotted against him. He sits here now in the damp and the cold, far south from his home, from his sons, from his wife, alone. This isn't the first time Varys has visited Ned. An earlier scene sees these two converse, Varys bringing him water so he doesn't die of thirst down in the dungeons, and informing Ned about the landscape of King's Landing after his arrest. His daughter Sansa is in the hands of the Lannisters, still betrothed to the young king that Ned just renounced. Varys doesn't know where Arya is, whether she's safe or not, whether she's even alive or not, it's unknown, but at least she hasn't been captured and held by the Lannisters. So there is this sense of trust between Ned and the eunuch. Varys didn't need to come and tell him this, and he'd probably put himself in danger if he got caught. So the fact that he's done it shows some level of connection between these two characters. We see Varys enter, again bringing water to Ned as he did before, and his first line is sarcastic, slightly sassy. You'd expect nothing less from Varys.
You've seen better days, my lord.
Another visit. Seems you're my last friend.
Anyone who sees Varys as a friend doesn't really know his nature. His true priorities are himself. He only has friends insofar as they have a use to him. Varys says he serves the realm.
Who do you truly serve?
The realm, my lord. Someone must.
But really, I think he only serves himself to get what he wants. What that is a different question. Book readers are sure to say that his true allegiance is to installing a Targaryen to the throne, but in this moment, in this scene, I think Varys really serves Varys. But I do think that Ned is being honest here. He really does think that Varys is the only friend he has, but even Lord Stark knows better than to fully trust him, which really goes to show the lack of trust that he has for anyone in this city, the lack of allies that he now has.
No. Many still love you. Sansa came to court this morning to plead for your life.
On her knees begging for me.
Varys brings up Sansa, painting a picture of how his daughter has been pleading for her father's life. But if anything, I think this insults Ned. The lack of honour and embarrassment that Sansa is putting herself through, begging to a false king to save him, is something that goes against the principles of the Starks. And her begs are falling on deaf ears, as there's no chance that Joffrey will ever listen to her.
Did he laugh with the others?
You do me wrong, my lord. Your blood is the last thing I want.
I don't know what you want. I've given up trying to guess.
There is such frustration in Ned's voice here. He really doesn't get it. The South is so different from the North. In King's Landing there is no trust. It is all an illusion. Camaraderie is a falsehood, and everyone is out for themselves. In the North, your word is your vow, your dignity, your honour is sacred. Ned comes from a very different world, and he wishes King's Landing operated in a similar way to his home. And then we get this beautiful story from Varys. He gives us a piece of his history, and it's a wonderful insight into his character and how he works.
When I was still a boy, before they cut my balls off with a hot knife, I traveled with a group of actors through the free cities. They taught me that each man has a role to play. The same is true at court. I am the master of whisperers. My role is to be sly, obsequious, and without scruples. I'm a good actor, my lord.
Varys plays the part he needs to play. Whatever role he needs to become to guarantee his survival is the one that he will take. Here, this is Varys telling Ned, really, I'm out for myself. Trust me if you want to, but if I need to, I will betray you to ensure my survival. As he said, his role is to be sly, obsequious, and without scruples. He won't do anything that will compromise his image, his perceived loyalty to the crown. He won't do anything to compromise his role.
Can you free me from this bed?
I could. But will I? No. As I said, I'm no hero.
And Varys shows this philosophy in this very brutal moment of honesty. In truth, releasing Ned would be a stupid thing for Varys to do. Ned has nowhere to go, no one to help him. He really is alone here in this city. And eventually the evidence would point to Varys being the one who set him free, and he would get the full judgment of the Lannisters coming down on him. Freeing Ned would go against Varys' character completely. As he said, he is no hero.
What do you want? Tell me. No riddles, no stories. Tell me, what do you want?
Again, you hear this frustration here. Ned wants nothing cryptic. Tell it to him straight. He is tired of all the games.
Peace. Did you know that your son is marching south with an army of Northmen? Loyal lad, fighting for his father's freedom.
Rob. He's just a boy.
Boys have been conquerors before.
And then Varys goes into painting a picture for Ned, showing what is happening in his name. His son, Rob, is marching south. And as Ned says, he is just a boy. He is young, but this puts him in danger. He is willing to storm the city for his father. Varys wants peace, but at the moment that peace is in jeopardy, and it's because of the Starks' defiance.
But the man giving Cersei sleepless nights is the king's, the late king's brother. Lord Stannis has the best claim to the throne. He is a proven battle commander, and he is utterly without mercy.
Stannis Baratheon is Robert's true heir. The throne is his by rights.
Sansa pleaded so sweetly for your life, it would be a shame to throw it away.
We will see that Varys will keep on pulling on Ned's love for his children as this scene goes on, but he is really trying to get him to stand down, back away from his honour, his morals, declare Joffrey as king. But Ned is reluctant.
Cersei is no fool. She knows a tame wolf is more use to her than a dead one.
You want me to serve the woman who murdered my king, who butchered my men, who crippled my son?
Ned sees this as shameful. To bend the knee to the family who have shown nothing but disdain and disrespect to his house and his friends, who've shown nothing but disrespect for the law of the land. This goes against everything that Ned stands for.
Crippled my son.
I want you to serve the realm. Tell the Queen you will confess your vile treason. Tell your son to lay down his sword and proclaim Joffrey as the true heir. Cersei knows you as a man of honor. If you give her the peace she needs and promise to carry her secret to your grave, I believe she will allow you to take the black and live out your days on the wall with your brother and your bastard son.
I think Varys is being quite honest here. Ned doing this would put a stop to some of the chaos that is about to ensue. But also, let's not let him fool us. It would also get Ned and the Starks completely out the picture. Varys isn't saying, do this and we'll be good pals and it'll all be great and we can be friends. He doesn't have a deep desire for Ned Stark to be on the wall. On a personal level, it won't change anything down here. Ned would serve the realm by not dying, by dispelling the rising forces in the north. This is Varys using Ned. He is saying, proclaim Joffrey as the true heir and you won't die. You'll be able to live, but not here, on the wall. He is pleading to Ned's desire to survive, which to Varys is the most important thing. Varys is telling Ned to put on his shoes, become an actor like he is, play the right part, play the right role, and you can live. It might not be life as you know, it might not be life as you would want it, but it would be living. And surely there is nothing more important than that. And so Ned responds, and it brings chills to my spine.
You think my life is some precious thing to me? That I would trade my honor for a few more years of what? Of woe? You grew up with actors. You learned their craft, and you learnt it well. But I grew up with soldiers. I learned how to die a long time ago.
This is Ned Stark showing how defiant he is, showing how principled he is. He has lived a life very different to Varys. He has seen war, seen death, but his sense of honor, his sense of dignity, it supersedes that need to survive. He stands for something and will not easily let go of those principles. But there is one thing that is more important than even that.
Pity. Such a pity. What of your daughter's life, my lord? Is that a precious thing to you?
As Varys leaves Ned in the darkness of the dungeon, he plants this last seed. He again plays on Ned's care for his family. Sansa is up there, surrounded by his enemies, and his defiance puts her in danger. His defiance to bow to Joffrey puts his son Robb in danger. If Ned dies, Robb will march south. War will be waged, and the lives of his children, of all of his house, and his wife will be in danger. He is left here with nothing but his thoughts, and he will eventually do what he thinks is the best thing for his family. He will throw away his principles, shed his honor, proclaim Joffrey as king, even though deep down he knows that it's not true. And we all know what happens when he does. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm the Rambling Man. I ramble on about movies, TV shows, and video games. I love doing deep dives into scenes like this, moving along with the script. You guys really liked the last Game of Thrones video, so I hope you enjoyed this one as well. If you like other nerdy things, I've just done a video on my favorite scene in Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm pretty proud of that video, so do go check it out if it piques your interest. I also have a lot of Doctor Who content if that's your jam. There's a playlist down in the description of this video. So yeah, don't forget to do all the YouTube bits, like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. And on that note, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!